Hey guys, what's up? Ian, and we're back with another episode for our Minecraft channel. This is gonna be in my Redstone series. Sorry about not recording a new Minecraft duo. There have been some scheduling problems between me and Amy, and we just haven't had time to work together. So I didn't want to leave you guys with that video. So here we go. This is my Minecraft calculator, and it's not perfect yet, still working on it. Right now it only adds to 14 and it uses binary to add. So, for 3 you have to put 1 and 2 and stuff like that. So just to show you that it works, I'm going to put in 10. So 5 here, and a 5 over here. Or 4 and 6, or 7 and 3, all those will work. There you go, done. The pistons do take a while to load due to repeater lag or delays, and also just loading up the updates to the wool. So let's get started here with the circuits. This red one right here is a set of T flip-flops. That shouldn't be like. Yeah, this is a set of T flip-flops, and they are 1 wide. So they fit nice and neatly in here. All this stuff in these circuits is just 1 wide. So a little working just to get everything so that it lined up with the repeaters at the right spots. But yeah, so this is a T flip-flop, 1 wide, and it powers this purple circuit, which is just to show you which numbers are turned on right now. Yeah, sorry, hold on a second. There we go. But basically the torches, when they're off, means the number's selected. When they're on, the number isn't selected. And this blue circuit the blue circuit here runs from the red circuit. The purple and blue come off the same circuit. And then it runs into this yellow circuit, which shows which, and it pushes the blocks up according to which buttons I pressed. Like this is the 1 block, that's the 2 block, that's the 4 block, 8, 16, 32, 64. I don't have anything above the 4 wired up, and that's because of those logic gates. I have to figure out a way to do them better so I can add more in. I'm working on that over there. What this does is when you power the piston, it pushes the blocks up. And right now it's too wide, because if I was just using 1, the repeater would power the piston when the block went up, making it where no matter what I did, it would not reset. So now I have the 2 blocks, and when the piston drops, it leaves the block up there, but that's what this orange circuit's for, and I guess what you would consider the clear button on the calculator, which is the green block, and there's a button on the other side, I promise. I just don't want to fly. I'll show you. Yeah, see, right there, that little thing. But what this does right here is it takes all the numbers and runs them into the ANDs, XORs, and OR gates. So once this has done that, it will run the. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna, for people who don't know, AND gates. Oh, bro, I've done this twice. Just trying to look at something, but the AND gates will. Alright, yeah, that one. The AND gates require both inputs to be powered in order for it to send a power signal out. OR gates require either or both, and the XOR gates require only 1. If it has 0 or 2, it will turn it off. I'm going to see if I can find one that's both on. Yeah, right here. See? No signals being sent because both the 1s are on. And what this does is it runs the binary code, which is 0, 1, 0, 1, into the binary decimal converter. And what it does is it takes the numbers out of binary and puts them into the normal number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, and in this case only up to 14. But it does this by using these torches in various places. If the torch is on the side of the block and on the side of the bottom block, it has to be at 0, in order for this not to be powered right here, because that means this torch would turn on, turning this torch off, turning this off. And the ones on the tops of the blocks, like those, they have to have a signal of 1 in order for them to be off, like that one is. And basically that is, it powers the block, which depowers the torch, which doesn't let it power this. And these need to be unpowered, or they need to have no power going to them so they can send a signal to the repeater. And right now the one on the 10th slot, which is 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, is turned off because the signal is set up right off. Ones, or from the other side, 0, 1, 0, 1. Giving it the signal that it needs to go this way. And this big orange circuit right here, which really didn't need to be this complicated. I was learning throughout. Like by the end there, I was getting stuff done pretty efficiently. This tells the 1 button to turn on. And it does this by combining all the signals in such a way that they don't power each other, but they power this one line, which runs into the 2 slots that control the 1 buttons. It's like your normal digital display. These wires right here, that's the middle wire. I haven't run it yet. That was because at the moment it only ran 0 and 1, but I found the 0 to be slightly buggy, so I left it out. So right now only the 1 is shown, but if you can get it above, 19 or something, it can display up to 99 on that display right there. Just gotta work the circuits in. Now this is the single digits, like your 1, 2, 3, the 1's place. This black circuit here is 0 and 10 because they're the same back digit, and that's how it's gonna be, like 1 and 11. And this one is only powering the slots that it needs to. It's powering all but this one. This is the middle little line. So it won't power that, so it doesn't become an 8. Now this is the 1. It's powering the same ones that orange circuit is, and it's doing that for 1 and 11. This is the 2 and 12 circuit powering what it needs to for the 2 and 12. Sorry. And so on and so forth. The 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what I found with 5, 6, 7, and 8, split 5 and 6 together. The 6 requires the exact same blocks that the 5 does, plus 1. So I just ran them off of this. I just ran the 6 into the 5 and into the extra slot it needed. If you look at a digital display, you can tell that. This is the 7 and 8 because 8 requires all of them. You can run it off of a 7 and you won't have any extra blocks being shown. So the 7 runs into the 3 it needs to, and the 8 just attaches with the other 4. Now, this is the 9. There really was, I could have run it with the 8, like the 8 on the outside of it, but I'd already run the 8. So it just powers all with this one. This one controls the 1 block 9 doesn't use. Or no, all but these 2. No, wait. Sorry about this. It powers the ones it needs to run the 9. Yeah, I think it runs... Sorry, I should know this. Yeah, it runs all but that one on the end and this one right here. And that creates a 9. So, sends the signal into this... These send the signal into this pink circuit, which I mentioned. Which, this is really just running them over here to the display. Because they got put so far back, I had to keep their lines separated. All these repeaters are just to keep them separated, and then this turquoise blue circuit, this color in my hand, runs into these pistons and powers the piston if it does not need to be used by using these inverters here, the torches. And each torch or line powers 3 blocks, such as I'll put in an 8 real quick. Yeah, I'll put in an H real quick just to get it set up so it'll do that. And now, because the numbers I'm putting in are smaller and I take out numbers, I have to hit the clear because of the piston thing. I'm still working on getting all this stuff set up so I don't have to do that. Alright, but this is for display. Each number, or each torch powers 3 pistons which pull in these blocks. And when these blocks are retracted, they show the number. So this has been my redstone calculator. I'll be working on it, maybe posting some updates if I get it working better, more numbers, adding subtraction, stuff like that. So I'll see you next time, guys. See ya.